Buenos dias.
Buenos dias.
I'm here with director, writer, actually jack of all trades.
Well, a little bit.
Paul Kampf.
Kampf, yes.
Well, thank you for doing this with
Yeah,
me.
very happy to be here.
So, Imprisoned.
Mm-hmm.
It's a film about love,
Mm-hmm.
redemption, some redemption,
Mm-hmm.
and let's say revenge.
Mm-hmm.
Some heavy-duty revenge.
Yeah.
When you were writing this,
Mhm.
I mean, what did you have in it? Because there's some psychological stuff going on
Yeah.
in this film. So,
I mean, for me, the sort of the genesis was looking at what hate does to us and what holding hate in our heart does to us. So as you can see in the film, there's a lot to do with Maria teaching forgiveness, teaching Dylan to change his life and turn his life around, and that forgiveness and mercy are a big part of what the movie and what she drives at, and that the warden, Laurence Fishburne's character, is poisoned by his hatred. And to me, that's one of the larger elements that I was thinking of when I wrote it, is what happens if not only you carry this in your heart, but then you see the effect of, not to give too much away in the film, but Dylan has a chance to take full revenge, and he spares him. And to me, that's the moment where the warden is left with his own hatred, because he was forgiven when he shouldn't have been. And to me, that's what carries him through the end of his life, is this hatred.
yeah, we don't want to say
Give too much away.
Too
Yeah.
much away, yes,
Yeah.
because you got to watch the movie. You have an impressive cast too.
Yeah,
Are
very fortunate.
they based off just the talent that you've known, or some of them personal associates of yours?
So the Laurence Fishburne I didn't know until this movie, and got to know him well, and you know, to me he's one of the handful of great American actors, and I'm fortunate to work with him. I didn't know Edward Olmos, our casting director Carla Gould was able to put together an amazing cast. I had met Esai years earlier outside of doing the film. We just hadn't crossed paths. But once she looked at the movie and we talked about Esai, he responded to it, and John Huertas and John Hurd, all amazing. And Christopher Martin, who plays Marcus, the best friend, was an actor I've worked with before. He's worked with me in my studio. And Vic Palizos, who plays Elliot, is an old friend that I met through John Hurd years ago. And I did one movie with him about 4 years ago, and called him up, and he was wonderful and happy to do it.
I love your two leads too,
Yeah.
Raba and Acosta.
Yeah, I was going to get Juan Pablo Raba and Juana Acosta, amazing people and actors, and actually my casting director, when she read the script, those were the two people she said, these are the people. And I met with many people, and she was right. They have the magic, and they have this chemistry that was, beautiful.
And also the cinematography was really,
Oh,
really nice.
thank you. My cinematographer, Renee Young, a German cinematographer, I think we've done, between feature films and small projects, it's about 14 things together, so it was wonderful to work with him on this scale.
Well, being the writer and the director, and who knows what else on this, including the doing
A little cameo.
cameo
Yeah.
in it. What drives you to these kind of projects?
I'm driven very much by the challenge, right? You take an invisible thing and you make it visible with hundreds of people jumping on board. So to me, the challenge is how to tell a story that I think is important, that is not necessarily mainstream, but has an important message. And then ultimately to rally people together who believe in the story. And as you talked about with the cast and our crew in Puerto Rico, everyone jumped on board, and we made this film in 29 days, which is, I think when people see the scope of the film and the size of it, is pretty, I'm very impressed with that. And those are as a filmmaker, those are the accomplishments you feel the best about, because you can't control the rest of it. But you can control the process, and the real ensemble cast and crew feeling we had was amazing.
29 days.
29 days, yeah.
Does it seem too like some nowadays that shorter production, sometimes you end up having much better work come out from it?
It's a great question. I believe limitation is stimulation, and I think that when given too much time and too much money, there's too much waste and too much insecurity about what to do, and I've made $25,000 feature films, full length, and I've made 10 million plus, and to me it's the same approach, which is what's in the frame, how do we get it, and then there's certain things in this movie. There's big events. It's not one camera running around. You have to plan it. But to me, the urgency of time stimulates people to bring out their best, and if you give people lots of time, you find reasons and excuses, and you second guess. And filmmaking or storytelling on any digital form is really a leap of faith, and the longer you have to think about it, it's like going over a cliff. You don't really want to go. Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure, like you and I, we've watched so many films, and you kind of go, well,
Yeah.
that could have been a little bit shorter.
Yeah.
But so now the film is coming out
Yeah.
in the next couple of days.
Yeah.
And what would you want to tell the audience?
We opened in Puerto Rico and New York. Now we're in Los Angeles, opening at the Laemmle Music Hall in Lakewood, California. I would ask people to come out to see what we've really seen in our audience is people stay after. They want to talk. They really are moved by the story, and they're angered. And to me, it's an important story to tell. I think we do a really great job in doing so, and I think it's an experience it's sort of old Hollywood in some sense. It's a big movie about important things, but it's wrapped around a small love story. And I think I've gotten so many emails from people who've come to see it in New York or Puerto Rico that went back and said they really loved it. So I hope an audience will come out and really have a chance to experience, I think a moving and powerful film, and they should be entertained as well.
Well, thank you so much, Paul.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Thank you so much.
Hasta la próxima.
Please.